What's going on, everyone? I'm Daniel Rodriguez, and welcome to my WWE Backlash 2016 review. This is the first SmackDown only pay-per-view, of course, and the next is Clash of Champions, Night of Champions, Clash of Champions, and then the next, that's Raw, and then the next SmackDown pay-per-view will be No Mercy. So anyway, what I do here is I'll recap the matches and some of the segments, and I'll rate it out of a 5. And then at the end I'll rate the whole show out of a 5, basically, on what I thought, you know, what was best and the pros and cons and all that as well. So yeah, out of a 5, okay, this is how it goes. 1 is bad, 2 is okay, 3 is good, 4 is great, and 5 is awesome. I'm sorry, I would have gotten this video out later, like before midnight, but AJ Styles won the championship, so I ended up going to bed because I was like, yeah, no, never mind. And I'm an AJ Styles fan, that's the thing, but I'm a Dean Ambrose fan as well, so it's kind of both ways. Either way, let's get right into it. A lot of basically new champions all night. The beautiful Becky Lynch finally getting what she deserves, baby. Anyway, let's get right onto this. Let's do it. Thanks for joining me. Here we go. So starting off with the kickoff show, we have Apollo Crews versus Baron Corbin. And this match was basically made like 10 minutes before the match even happened. There was this whole segment in the back. And when Baron Corbin comes on screen, it's one of those moments where usually when the angle it is and everything, it's like if Randy Orton popped out during the interview, the crowd would be like, yeah! But nobody was really in the arena. There were people, but there wasn't enough for like to hearing the clapping and everything. Either way, they made the match, and I have to say, well, Apollo Crews lost, Baron Corbin ended up winning, but it was a great match. It was probably one of my favorite, if not it's one of my favorites, if not my favorite match out of Backlash itself, and it wasn't even on the main pay-per-view. It was awesome. Well, not awesome. No, it was great. It's great, not awesome. It was great. Apollo Crews, just the strength and the agility and the movement of him. I always say this, Apollo Crews is fantastic. Every match, and he loses to The Miz, and he's lost to so many people over the weeks. Let him win. Let him win. He deserves to go for the United States show. Since he's on SmackDown, he should go for the Intercontinental Championship. He should. I want to see him become champion. I want to see him try to go for the big league main events. I like Apollo Crews. I think he's a really cool guy, and he's better than Titus O'Neil. Baron Corbin, man, at least he did good this whole match. Not a lot of people were like, boring. So actually, I have to say, Corbin did pretty good for this match. But except he always gets angry all the time, and I know that's his character, but every match, he is like, do you know how to count? 1, 2, 3. Like, do you have to do that every single match? Can you not do that all the time? Make it repetitive. Don't do that. Just get to the match. Don't always be like, do you know how to count? Yeah, he's like yelling out to people and everything, and like, you don't have to do that all the time. You know, not every single match. But, yeah, it's a sad ending. Corbin won. I wanted Apollo Crews to win, so that kind of, because again, Crews gets down so easy. Come on, dude. You could do better. I mean, Crews, you're awesome, but The Miz takes you down. You're bigger than The Miz. Come on, man. Now I know Corbin's bigger than you, bigger advantage and all that, but still, I thought it was a great match. 4 out of 5. So starting off Backlash, we had Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan come out and, you know, say, welcome to SmackDown, you know, the first pay-per-view for SmackDown and the brand split and everything, and welcome Richmond, Virginia. Everyone was going crazy over Daniel Bryan. Even I was like, yes, yes, yes. Anyway, so it led right on to, I've been waiting for this match for a few weeks. They finally let it happen, the 6 Diva, you know, 5, I don't know how to call it, the 6 Diva elimination match for the Women's Championship, for SmackDown Women's Championship. We had Becky Lynch versus Natalya versus, it's hard to keep track of 6 beautiful women. Lynch versus Natalya versus Naomi versus Alexa Bliss versus Carmella versus Nikki Bella. And what a match it was, man. I thought it was a really good match. It wasn't great, but it was really good. And if you guys haven't seen my predictions for Backlash, I just made it yesterday. Link in the description down below. I do my predictions and all that. And, well, I was right. Becky Lynch ended up winning the Women's Championship. Becky Lynch is just... she's the Irish Flash Kicker, man. I knew she could do it. She has the strength. She has the beauty. She has the charisma. She is awesome. She is the, like, I'm happy for the Divas division for WWE as of right now. I think she and Nikki Bella and Sasha Banks and Charlotte, I mean, these girls know how to carry the Divas division, and I'm sure they're making the older Divas or retired Divas proud. So with that, the first person to get out, of course, was Alexa Bliss, which she looked good today. You know, she's doing her little makeup get-up or a little look, almost Harley Quinn-ish like, of course. She was the first one to get out. She did some good finishers. I mean, she did. I don't know her exact finisher, but she did a few good, really good finishers. I guess what I would call them finishers. Naomi was the next one out, and I knew she wouldn't win, but she ended up messing up with Natalya. Like, she literally botched a move. I don't hate Naomi. I think she's a really cool person. I like to see. Well, I mean, she's really cool, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, that she, you know. I kind of thought it would be, you know, Natalya, I knew she would get out. She was the third one out after that. She kind of ended up getting that out. And then Nikki Bella, I thought it would be Nikki Bella versus Becky Lynch. I kind of thought that. I thought it would have been like that at the end. That would have been a really cool ending. But then it was Carmella and Becky Lynch, and then Nikki Bella ended up slapping Carmella. She's like, she slapped me. I don't know. You're usually getting punched all the time. A slap is the worst thing ever. You're really complaining about a slap when you're getting flipped over and thrown through, like, out of the ring and everything, and you're complaining about a slap? Really? Anyway, Becky Lynch ended up winning because she's the Irish Lass Kicker. She's my Irish Lass Kicker. And, man, I know somewhere Finn Balor's, like, somewhere right now, man. So definitely Becky Lynch did an awesome job. Congrats. I already uploaded a few pictures on Instagram and her speech that she did. Gonna do some research on Becky Lynch in a little bit. Actually, I did earlier, but I'm gonna do some more. Just research, just a little research every now and then, just for educational purposes. So anyway, that's that for that. I thought it was a really good match. 3 out of 5. So after that sexy match, we have The Miz visit Jagger Eden, who is this kid who's a skateboarder, and he has a Nickelodeon show. And he's like, "Oh, hey, Miz." And Miz is like, "What are you doing in my dressing room?" or something like that. And I don't know. I was on my phone, literally, because it was right after Becky Lynch winning. So I was on my phone doing stuff. And, like, the kid's like, "Oh boy, do you want to joke? Like, do you want to be on my show this Friday?" I don't know. It's like pre-recorded. I'm assuming The Miz is already on the show or something. Or I have no idea. Anyway, then he's like, "Oh well, I could get John Cena instead," or something. And then he ends up closing the door on The Miz. And I actually was like, "Ha ha ha, savage." Anyway, so I was like that. Anyway, after that, that was a horrible, really little segment. And then he ends up getting interviewed by Renee Young. "Oh, hey there, Renee Young. Yeah, my new show on Nickelodeon." Like, who watches Nickelodeon anymore, man? They didn't even show Drake and Josh reruns, I think, on there. Back when I was a kid, Nickelodeon was the place to go, and Cartoon Network. Now, they're in the PG era. Back then, there wasn't no PG era on Cartoon Network. Trust me, Courage Cowardly Dog, that was some evil stuff there. Anyway, yeah. After that, we had Bray Wyatt. Just horrible. Who wrote this? Because earlier today, they already said Randy Orton is not going to be able to compete. They already confirmed it. You didn't have to create a scene showing him getting injured. You did not have to do that. I hope you know that. Like, it wasn't bad, but I was like, really? And then, like, all you could say is he wasn't able to perform. He wasn't checked out by the doctors or something. You didn't have to create a scene and make him look like he got injured from the leg or something, or whatever he got injured by. You did not have to create a scene. That was just, I'm pretty sure Bray Wyatt, I'm pretty sure they were disappointed. They were like, "Damn it, man, I can't, I'm sorry, and I knew we were supposed to fight." And Bray's like, "Oh, it's cool, man, like, we'll figure something out, and then let's do the scene, let's check this out." And, you know, they ended up probably doing it. But, it's just, again, those two little segments of the Jagger Eden and this, I was just like, get to the matches. You only have like 4 matches left. Next, we had the Usos versus the Hype Bros, and whoever won this match gets to go on to face Heath Slater and Rhino for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. I predicted that the Usos were going to win. No hate against Zack Ryder. I just don't like his whole persona now of this Hype Bros stuff. They ain't hyped. They ain't hyped. And, you know, Usos, them going heel and everything, I'm kind of like, goddamn, like, I don't like Hype Bros, and I didn't really like the Usos this match at all. Like, oh my god, they're not wearing the face paint. They're wearing white. Oh, they're bad. Like, they're all walking out and everything, and then the guy's like, what? Like, what, the new moves now and everything? Are you guys, like, why? Anyway, no hate against you Usos, and, I mean, off and on, it's kind of like, oh, they're amazing, but then they do the same moves, and, like, it's just kind of weird. It's weird now. Everything's changing so much, and I guess I got to use to change, got to get adapt and everything. Either way, the match was okay. It was okay. There really wasn't that much energy to it. Sure, Hype Bros did a few cool moves. Usually they were getting slammed against the barrier all the time, or else the Usos were getting slammed. It was like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and it really just kind of got... I don't know, I just wasn't excited for this match. I was like, why couldn't you guys do this on SmackDown? You guys could have just done this on SmackDown, not waste the people's time, and then have Heath Slater versus... You know, Heath Slater and Rhino versus the Usos at the pay-per-view. That would have been a lot better than seeing the match, so they had to wrestle 2 times in the night and everything. I just thought that was kind of just a little off for me, honestly. So this match itself, I didn't like the ending. I mean, I think the Usos ended up cheating. I may be wrong. I saw this a few hours ago, but I fell asleep again. So I think they ended up cheating. I didn't feel it. There really was. It was just a meh. It was like, it was okay. So... 2 out of 5. After that match, we had a segment with Heath Slater and Rhino with Renee Young, and there was an interview going on, something like that. And it was about, like, his wife cooked him, like, something, and his stomach's not good. It was a pointless... I don't know where they're going with this. Like, Rhino and Heath Slater are okay tag team. I mean, I don't hate them. I think they're pretty cool. It just reminds me a little bit of that Kane and Daniel Bryan, how they... don't mix together at all, sort of thing. You know, ECW, and then like we want Slater. Anyway, it's just it was a weird like. Why do you gotta do the segments very weird for them? I mean, everyone's already hyped for the match. You don't have to show more segments, but they're wasting time doing this, and I don't know. It's one of those segments where I just kind of go and I sit in a cold room and I say, delete, delete, delete. After that piss poor segment, we had Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz, of course accompanied by Maurice for the Intercontinental Championship. Oh man, listen, I like The Miz a lot, and I like Dolph Ziggler, but this match, I kind of realized, like, I woke up from a dream state. I realized, I was like, Dolph Ziggler, you're really slacking, man. Like, at times you're an okay wrestler, but then, I'm sorry, like, there were times in this episode, like, I may have just woken up now and realized it, but I'm like, damn, like, you're not that good. Neither's The Miz. Like, you both wrestlers are kind of a piss poor sort of feeling, man. And I've seen Ziggler from a long time ago, and I've seen Miz when they were young little baby cheeks and everything. So I know, but I just kind of realized that now. Like, Jesus, you guys really don't know how to put on this. Like, all the time, Dolph Ziggler always has to be like I don't know, he loses so easily, Ziggler. Like, he's all hyped up and everything. I'm gonna win. I'm the new Shawn Michaels and everything, basically, where I feel like he's trying to be Shawn Michaels in a way with the sweet chin music and everything, which is okay, it's fine. But he gets down so easily, like, his hair is all wet and then it's, like, all messed up everywhere, and he's, like, all, and, like, I don't know, Maurice ended up cheating at the end. Dolph Ziggler would have became the champion if Maurice wouldn't have interfered. And you know what the thing is? If the referee doesn't see it, no, we have it on camera. We have it on frickin' camera. Are you serious? When they do replays, they can't show it on the big screen, and then the referee is like, hey. So, I don't know why that's not a rule. You obviously caught it on camera. You could show it. It is stupid how this happens. Like well, I'll get to the referee later on with more stupid decisions there. But, it was an okay match. There really wasn't that much energy to it. It was really slow-paced at times. The Miz was just doing basic stuff. The Miz went hard at a time. Like, he ended up, I think, doing his best out of the other pay-per-views this year for the Miz-wise. And then Ziggler kind of, I've seen Ziggler better. I really have. But I wanted Ziggler to win. Miz ended up retaining his title, all because of Maurice, which I won't blame Maurice at that. She's okay. She passed in my book. But Becky Lynch is still at the top. Anyway, 2 out of 5. So after that, Bray Wyatt comes to the ring, and remember, he's supposed to be facing Randy Orton. Orton got injured earlier, so the ring guy is like, ladies and gentlemen, Randy Orton will not be able to compete tonight. So they ended up doing this 10 count thing because Bray Wyatt wanted to win. I don't know. So they were like, 1, 2. They do the 10 count, and then the bell rings, and Bray Wyatt ends up winning. He's like, I'm a god. Yeah, I like Bray Wyatt, man, but he won without fighting. Jeez, that doesn't count. I don't think that won't even count as a win technically. So anyway, that happens, and then the guy's like, but he will be facing this man. And right when I thought about that, I was like, okay, if Randy Orton's not going to come out, Kane? I literally thought, I was like, Kane. Because Kane's on SmackDown. Who else will be able to fight Bray Wyatt? Luke Harper? I don't know. Is he a fan favorite? Do people like Luke Harper? Wasn't he part of the Wyatt family? Isn't the Wyatt family supposed to be evil and everything and all that? So, if people don't like Braun Strowman, then how will they like Luke Harper? And I've seen an interview with Luke Harper. I think he's a really cool guy, actually. Very nice. Not weird or anything. Kane ends up coming out, of course. He kicks Bray Wyatt's ass. I thought it was a really good match, man. It wasn't great. Kind of disappointing. Kind of slow at times. Kane got very chubby, of course. It wasn't as easy as Kane's been doing the past few weeks, where he comes out and chokeslams somebody, and that's it. Like, Bray Wyatt did put up a fight, spitting everywhere. They ended up breaking a table. Everyone was like, one more, like to break another table. But Wyatt didn't listen. He ended up putting Kane back into the chair. I noticed out of every pay-per-view except SummerSlam, I think, you know, was SummerSlam too? Every single pay-per-view this year, if I'm not mistaken, an announce table has been broken. Because I binge-watched all the pay-per-views a few weeks ago before SummerSlam. Every pay-per-view has, like, an announce table being broken. That's pretty ridiculous. But anyway, Kane ends up winning because Randy Orton interferes. And, yeah, I mean, you gotta think, maybe some people bought Backlash tickets to see Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt, so that's disappointing. So you have to have Randy Orton come out and do a little appearance. And I was kind of like, oh, okay. That was kind of cheesy for him to put over the hoodie and everything and walk out like that. But he stopped Bray Wyatt. Kane ended up winning. Wyatt loses again, man. I guess they got to continue this feud with Wyatt and Orton. Honestly, if you drop the Lesnar and Orton, I know they're going to fight in a few weeks, but if you dropped that, you might as well drop the whole Wyatt stuff and just move on. Just move on with your day. Go to the next person. Because remember when pay-per-views and like matches, it used to, like Cena and Edge, when that feud was going on, it didn't last a pay-per-view. It lasted like 6 pay-per-views or 5 pay-per-views. Lasted a long time. It lasted almost half a year of that feud. Nowadays, WWE lasts maybe 1 pay-per-view, like, and on to the next person. So for this match itself, 3 out of 5. After that, we have the Usos versus Heath Slater and Rhino for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. And I mean, it was kind of predictable that Heath Slater and Rhino would win. They're kind of the new big thing out of SmackDown for the tag team division. So I'm glad the Usos didn't win. I know some people wanted the Usos to win, and it would be perfect since they're like villains and heels now and all that. But I'm glad. I didn't really enjoy the match. I thought it was okay. There was really nothing great about it. It was kind of boring, kind of just in and out. Heath Slater got his ass kicked. And then Rhino comes in. Rhino is barely used, literally. And all he does is the same moves when you think about it. But there was a part where Rhino really kicked ass a lot. Where he ended up doing this cool, like, throwing and almost like this backward suplex and stuff. Like, it was really cool. I mean, I love Rhino. I remember him back in the old days and even in TNA as well. So it's great to see Rhino coming in, but he's barely used every now and then. But I think the tag team belts look good in their hands. I really do. But the Usos, it was just kind of boring to see the Usos again. I'm sorry, I don't hate the Usos, man. I know you guys are cool in real life and everything. One of them are married to Naomi. God damn. damn, you know how many men will kill just to get with Naomi, or in this case Becky Lynch? A lot of people. So, man, one of the Usos, whoever you dating Naomi, yes, lit. Use it. Use that advantage, my man. Anyway, they lost, and Heath Slater and Rhino won. I wasn't disappointed. I was just getting tired. This is one of those shows where you just get drained. You just get drained. I don't know why. I just got drained. Maybe because I was up for 26 hours and then I fell asleep for 4 hours and then I woke up for Backlash. So I only got 4 hours of sleep technically. But it was just one of those shows where it drains you near the end of the main event, where you don't care for them. By the time you get to the main event, you just don't care. You're just tired already. Like, end it. Hurry up. Come on. Just end the pay-per-view already. And Heath Slater and Rhino, they won. They did this little speech. I guess I always have to do speeches every time they win. Somebody wins. But congrats. They're the first SmackDown Tag Team Champions. I hope you hold it on for a long time. Rhino did some awesome moves. Heath Slater got his ass kicked, but hey, at the end, you're getting a double wide, baby. For this match, what I give it? Yes, a 2 out of a 5. And on to our main event. AJ Styles versus Dean Ambrose for the WWE World Championship. This match was good. It was good. I mean, it was an okay main event, but overall it's a good match. Not great. Disappointing. Listen, AJ Styles won. He became the new champion. But out of the night, I do have to say that the true champion in my heart was Becky Lynch. But AJ Styles won. I'm a fan of AJ Styles. I'm also a fan of Dean Ambrose, so it was kind of like, oh, who's going to win? I couldn't really predict it. I was like, I'm assuming Dean Ambrose will retain the title, because now that AJ Styles won, whoever wrote that storyline, whoever was like, let's have AJ Styles win. You know what we're going to hear on Tuesday? It better not start off with AJ Styles coming out and like, yep, and then he comes out and he's like, I beat John Cena. And now I be like, he better not do that. I swear that's gonna be, if it's gonna be that predictable, and he's gonna come out and he's gonna rub it in the people's faces like, I am the best. Like, dude, we know you've won 4 like world champions and like 24 championship belts overall. We know your history. You're awesome. You are phenomenal. Yes, I've been following you since 2005, dude. I've been watching you since I was a little child. I know. I'm a fan of yours, AJ. I know how badass you are. But you don't need to rub it in my face. You don't need to tell me how awesome you are. I know you're the phenomenal one. If you're going to be doing this for the next months, I don't know how longer I could really keep it up. But Ambrose losing, the whole low blow at the end. What is up with you guys liking the balls? I mean, Jesus, you guys hit the balls all the time. What is wrong? And then the referee gets knocked out. Like, not knocked out, but he gets knocked down. He's like, ugh, and he gets knocked down. Why? What takes you forever? Really, referee? Really? Who writes? Why? Like, if a referee gets pushed, he's like, oh, and then he falls, and then like, it takes him a minute to get up. Like, oh, why? You don't have to be a professional wrestler if you get. You did not get suplexed. You did not get hit that hard. You just got pushed to the ground. Oh my God. Wow. Oh, jeez. That was... You guys really... WWE, that's the problem with them. They don't know how to end a pay-per-view. They don't. No more. No more do the pay-per-views end fun. Like, AJ Styles wins, and after that, I was like, should I do my review? Nah, I'll just go to bed. Because I was like, AJ Styles won. I'm going to bed, man. I need to rethink this through. Again, I'm an AJ Styles fan, but I just... Ambrose should have retained the title, because now we're going to hear AJ Styles putting it in our face, and now it's going to be really annoying. It's not going to get better. It's going to get worse from now on. And, hey, much love to AJ Styles. I know everyone's like, he did it. He deserved it. Don't forget, whoever wanted him to have the title, whoever wrote the storyline, they know, like, they'll probably tell AJ Styles, we're going to have you be the champion for a few months. Or, like, it's not like they actually, like, and again, I've been watching wrestling since 2005, but remember, it's not like they actually, like, they fight for it and they're getting injured for it, but they didn't, like, technically, I mean, they knew they were going to win. It's not like he, like, won out of, like, surprise. They know they're gonna win. You know, so he knew he was. It's not like however long they want. If they want him to be the longest reigning WWE champion, they will. If they don't want him to be, then they won't. Like, it's all they know. So it's not like it's oh my God, he did it. And the writers wrote for him to have it too. I think they should have waited for a little bit, maybe for No Mercy, maybe for Survivor Series. That would have been really cool. But just for this match itself, a 3 out of 5. Dean Ambrose, like, the match didn't get that interesting. And there really wasn't that much energy to it because all they do is they hit each other and then they stop. And then they hit each other and then they stop. And then they slow down. And then they take a few breaks, a few moments. The only awesome moment out of the match is when they were outside in the crowd. And then it went back to slow. And then AJ Styles hit the low blow. And it was dumb from there. So overall, giving this again the match a 3 out of 5. So quickly for the pros of Backlash 2016, I obviously have to start off with my Irish loss kicker, Becky Lynch. You did an awesome job. Congrats for being the new SmackDown Women's Champion, the first ever. You're awesome. Words cannot describe how beautiful you are. You are just fantastic. So it's great to have you become the champion. You deserve it. As well, the whole Divas match tonight was really entertaining and really fun. Again, the kickoff show match was probably my favorite match out of the night. Apollo Crews kicked ass. He deserves to go for the championship, whether Intercontinental or some other championship. He needs to be in the pay-per-views more. He's great. And congrats to Heath Slater and Rhino for being the first tag team SmackDown champions. Really cool. A lot of places you can go with that storyline, so run wild. Now, the cons were pretty easy to write. The referee getting down super easy. The low blow, the referee not seen for multiple matches during the night. As well, Ziggler losing. He always loses. I think Miz he's had the championship long enough. I think Ziggler at least should win it and then lose it the next week or something. At least have him win something before these wrestlers end up leaving the industry. And of course, the cringy Jagger Eden moment, or whatever his name is, those were pretty cringy, as well as some of the Randy Orton stuff. I like Randy Orton, I'm a fan of him. I knew he would kick Bray Wyatt's ass, but some of the segments, man, I'm like, you did not have to show that again. You did not have to show him getting injured. You could have easily said, hey, he's not able to perform, doctor said so, boom. You don't have to show, you know, it was just, for that, you didn't have to. And JBL's like, oh, I hope he can compete tonight. They already said, many sources already said, hours before Backlash, he won't be fighting Bray Wyatt tonight. And yet they still promoted and everything hours before the match. Overall, I'm giving WWE Backlash 2016 a 3 out of a 5. So the first SmackDown pay-per-view wasn't that bad, man. There were a few disappointing things to it, but it wasn't as bad as the SummerSlam ending with Lesnar and Orton. At least the match fully went on. AJ Styles, the new champion, man. Becky Lynch, new champion. We have new tag team champions. Only thing, Ziggler ended up losing. The Miz still remains the champion. The Divas division is strong. They did an awesome job today. Tag team matches, they were okay today. Kickoff was really great. I liked it. Some of the crowd really enjoyed Apollo Crews, you could tell. So overall, I'd have to say it's a good pay-per-view, and I enjoyed it a little bit more than SummerSlam. I don't remember what I gave SummerSlam. I think maybe a 3-point-something or else a 2-point-something, but overall, I really enjoyed Backlash, and I'm interested to see, kind of very interested to see where No Mercy is, where is that going to take us, you know, because that's October 9th. So that's the next SmackDown pay-per-view. Do not forget, in 2 weeks, we have Clash of Champions, which is a Raw-only pay-per-view, which should be really awesome. Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins, something like that, like with the WWE Universal Championship belt. So that's really cool. Raw has a great roster as well. I'm excited for that. Don't forget, I will be doing predictions for that when we get closer to the date, as well as reviews, just like as I did for Backlash, for Clash of Champions. And don't forget, I review Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live as well. Thanks so much. I'll see you later today, actually. By the time you see it, I'll see you later today for more Raw, and then the next day, SmackDown. 2 weeks. See you for Clash of Champions. Thank you a lot. If you guys want to check out my predictions again, see if I got it wrong, see if I got it right, you can. Thanks again. Hopefully you guys enjoyed Backlash as much as I did. I did get tired near the end, but wasn't as disappointing as other pay-per-views this year, that's for sure. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to smack that like button. You could comment down below, tell me what you guys thought about WWE Backlash 2016. Love to hear your thoughts. What was your favorite match? What was your least favorite match? You can share this with your friends. Hit that subscribe button for more awesome WWE reviews and predictions. Thanks again. Love you all. Till next time. Bye-bye.